I'm going to do another shop tour, 2023. Right, Mia? What? Huh? Yeah, okay. So let's go. Now, I've been doing woodworking since I was in college. Right, Mia?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the first thing I did was build an extension on my mom's house. It was really, really cool. And it helped pay for school. So that was a good deal, wasn't it? Yeah. And then as I got older, I got an engineering degree and started doing a regular job like most people. And then I started building gumball machines.
What are gumball?
Yeah, gumball machines.
What are gumball machines?
Little wood machines, and it had some plexiglass in it with gumballs, and you could get your own gumball out. And I built some for your mommy when she was a little girl, just like you.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I just keep building stuff. But today I want to take you through some of the changes I have in the shop tour from a year ago. And hey, Mia, we're right here, we're filming.
Yeah.
So today I'm going to go through some changes that I have in the shop from a year ago. And if you didn't see that video, you should go see because you were in it. And we'll show you some of the things that we have different in the shop today. So let's get started. Okay, let me start with my 6-inch joiner. This is a used rigid joiner that I bought. A couple $100 on Craigslist. Just about everything I have here I bought used. This has been a great joiner for me. I stripped it down to the very bare bones, painted the whole thing, put it back together so I really know how it works well. It's got 3 new blades in it. It's not a helical head like I'd like to have, but it does the job, and I've been very happy with it, and it's worked well for me. This right here is my under table saw cabinet, which I haven't finished building yet, and when you look at my assembly table, you'll see some of the components that go into it. I've got everything cut. I'm ready to put it together. It's coming out in a future video, so stay tuned. This will be a great build. This right here was in my video last year. This is probably the best tool I have in the shop, and it still is. I love this thing. It's a Grizzly Extreme Series bandsaw, 1 3/4 horsepower, and this will cut through just about anything. Got a wide throat here. I could split just about any board. Absolutely thrilled with this machine. I can't say enough good things about it, and I bought it used. This is my air filtration 2.0. I love this cart. I love the first one. It was great. Got 3 filters on this, MERV 13 filters with a fan. Cleans the air, and I can put it anywhere in the shop I'm working on something. Got a lot of tools right here, and I can easily close it up, which I love because then that stuff doesn't get dusty, and I've got it on locking rollers here. So this has been a great build for me. It works well. It's got all the key tools that I want when I need them and a place to put them. Well, this is my miter saw station with my Craftsman 10-inch miter saw. I had this last year. I've had it for a number of years. I don't foresee in the future replacing this. It gets the job done, so I'm pretty happy with it. I definitely need dust collection for it, and I'm working on something to take care of that problem. I did build this table. It's a very kind of cheap and quick table. I got these tabletops out of an assembly table that came with a table saw that I bought used. And I thought I still need that outfeed table, which I have, but I thought this would work well for this table, and for right now it'll be just fine. I built these shelving units. They need to go up on the wall yet. I haven't had time to do that. This will hold drills and nail guns. This will hold some additional tools, which is storage underneath. And then underneath the miter saw, I have room to put my joiner and my air filtration cart, and you'll see a little more detail in this video here coming up in a few minutes on this. I have a industrial grade vacuum underneath, and I expect to use that for the dust collection for the miter saw. So this is my Shop Fox tabletop drill press. This thing has been great. A year ago I had just bought this but had nothing to put it on. Now I've built this cabinet where I have all my drills, and it's set up really nicely. I still have some room below that I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do with. This as well is on rollers. So I built this table so these wings can come out on both sides so you can suspend a bigger piece of wood. It works great, very happy with it, got a fence for it. I still need dust collection for this, which I'll do in the future. I've got a little toolbox in back I can drop stuff in. And for the most part, this has been a great setup for me. I don't foresee any future changes other than the dust collection on this drill press. This is my assembly and outfeed table, and the funny thing is it's always full of projects. This is part of the table saw cabinet I'm building, and these are some charcuterie boards that I'm working on right now. This is definitely the heart of my shop with the exception of the table saw, and it's worked really well for me in the past. The nice thing about this particular setup is it's customizable, and the thing that I like about it is I can hang stuff on the outside walls like this glue cabinet right here. I've got a slot that I can put my crosscut sled in, which works out really well. I've got the dust collection in here, which I'm probably going to modify, and then drawers on either side. So it's set up well. The thing is, I can take this whole inner piece out, redesign it, and put it back in and still keep the table, because the table is built to last forever. So really been a good table for me, and in the future I see opportunities to customize some of these different pieces. This is my Harvey Alpha table saw, and I absolutely love this thing. I got a smoking deal on this saw. And when I went and picked it up, I got 2 jigs that came with it. I got an outfeed table, which was like 4 times the size of this, and I used part of that for the miter saw stand. There's a carrier that holds the miter gauge that I can put on here. I was missing a few parts, so I contacted Harvey to see if I could get some parts that didn't come with it. They were so responsive and worked with me to get the parts I needed to finish this out. This is a great saw. I've got dust collection on the top here. I don't have it on right now because I've got a dado blade on here for another project. And I've got my dust collector hooked up to this. I don't know if I'll ever buy another saw again unless I get a saw stop, because this thing just does everything that I want it to do. This is my DeWalt 735 planer. This has been a great workhorse for me in the shop. Really been happy with this. I take this dust collection hose from my table saw. I can hook it up to this. Works great. I put this board in here to kind of extend the wings on it so I have an opportunity to run pieces through with getting less snipe on them. That's worked really well for me. And when I'm done with it, I can literally, it's on slides, and I can just slide it back in and put it away. So it's been great, and I've been very happy with it. This is my rigid oscillating sander. Again, I've been very happy with this. I've got all kinds of sandpaper for this, and I use this one. This is a heavy grit. I think it's like 80 grit. I use this all the time. I can't say enough good things. It just works great. I've set up dust collection with this 2.5-inch hose, and I can take the hose from my bandsaw and hook the 4-inch into here and hook the 2.5 up to here, and I've got great dust collection. So people talk about how great these are, and I've been very happy with it. And with this, I can just cam lever it back and put it away. And so again, I pull it out when I need it and put it back when I don't. Now I've got 3 things back in the corner. The first thing I'll point out is this Grizzly 1.5 horsepower dust collection system. This is one thing that I bought new. I wanted to make sure that I had a good brand new impeller in this, and so I decided to go new with this. I've got a HEPA filter on it. All this piping I bought used off a guy, and I wanted to tuck it back in the corner where it's kind of pushed away and just use my remote to turn this thing on and off. I love the setup. It's worked out really well for me. The other thing is my wood cart. This is the same cart I've had before. I've had to reorganize it a couple of times. It works, but I think I can do better because I've got wood here. I've got wood at the miter saw table. I've got wood on top of the miter saw table. So I'm still working through where I can put my spare wood. And then clamps. I've got an array of clamps up here and a clamp rack that I built into a video here. So I've got quite a few clamps. And again, I got most of these used through an auction. It was an amazing deal. Most of these are Bessie clamps, and I've been very happy with them. And I can do just about anything with it. So it's been a good setup, and I've got a nice rack set up. And again, I want them tucked away, but I want them right at the assembly table where I need them. Hey guys, I thought I'd let you see what the garage looks like when I have everything put away so I have room for the cars. And you can see I have my joiner and my air filtration cart tucked away underneath the miter saw stand. I have my table saw and my assembly table pushed up against the wall. And my wood cart is pushed back in the corner there. And, oh, wait a minute. These two cabinets I moved after I shot the other videos. This is going to be a complete wood storage wall. And I pulled those cabinets down so that I could put my bandsaw and my drill press on the back wall back there because I thought that would give me a little more room. And that cart right there for the wood storage is going to be rebuilt into this space. So anyway, that was a little change that I had there, and I thought you might get a better perspective of how I put things away when I store the cars in here. So Mia, that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys have really enjoyed it. I've got a lot of cool things coming up in future videos, like the charcuterie boards and the table saw cabinet, right? Wouldn't that be fun to see? So I got some very cool stuff coming up, and I have a lot of shop upgrades that I'm going to do. I'm going to do some new lighting. I definitely need some of the electrical, as you guys know. And I might even actually punch a hole in the wall and build on the other side. Wouldn't that be cool?
Punch a hole in the wall?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
With a saw. A big saw. A dangerous saw. Hey, I want to thank you guys for watching today. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a fun video to do with my buddy here, Mia. Right? Thank you for watching. Yeah. And those of you that subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. I'm trying really hard to do a good job here, and I hope you've enjoyed it. So, see you guys next time, okay? Bye.